Hey, hello everyone. I see you're waiting here. Oh my gosh, it has been a while since I streamed on this channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me see if everything is working. Yes, everything is working. Oh my god, perfect. Perfect, perfect. I am so excited. As I mentioned, I think the last time I've done a live stream was 3 weeks ago. Welcome, everyone. Today we are talking about study abroad, something that has formed my life, shaped me as a personality, changed my life several times. And this is what I really, really love to share with you. It's morning, California. It's 11 a.m. I've already had a meeting. I've already had a call. And today's a super busy day. I'm visiting one of our schools in the afternoon. And I also have to go to farmer's market because the last time, if you follow me on Instagram, they gave me free strawberries on the farmer's market. And they asked me to pay later. So this is what I'm going to do today. Let us start with naming your country. Where are you watching from? I see a lot of people from Brazil, and I have exciting news for you guys. We're translating our website into Portuguese. I know that we had some students from Brazil, and they had to book on the English version of the website. But I'm hoping that really soon you'll be able to use the Portuguese version of the website. Mexico, yeah, we already have a Spanish version. So, yay, Brazil, Mexico, top two countries. Greece, hello, India, Paraguay. Paraguay is Spanish, right? Or no, Paraguay is Portuguese. Oh my God. France, hello, hey everyone. Yeah, let me know. Wow, Brazil and Mexico, perfect. Morocco, Belarus, Bangladesh, Russia. Yay, we have more than 400 people watching. This is pretty cool. Okay, teaser. I will be giving out some free weeks this stream because I talked to one of our partner schools in Malta, and I asked them to give some free weeks to my followers, and they agreed. So I'm gonna tell you how it's gonna happen a little later. Wow, I see a lot of messages from you guys. Okay, Argentina, Sri Lanka, Dubai, Algeria. Okay, wow. That's amazing. Amazing geography. My second question to you guys, South Korea. I will tell you why I'm so excited about Koreans. Tell me, what are your plans for the summer? I'm sharing my plans. So, I think next week I am traveling to Russia to see my parents, to see guys who work in Russia. But that's not 100%. Like everything in my life is not 100%. When I say something, it means it's conditional on something else. Because on Sunday I have an important meeting here in Silicon Valley, and depending on how the meeting goes, I would either travel to Russia or I would stay here. Then June, hopefully I'm going to London for 5 days with my friend to celebrate her birthday. Then back to St. Petersburg, applying for UCLA. Nice. Then hopefully, well, July, I will be between Germany, England, and Russia. And then fingers crossed for August, because I really want to go to Korea. Oh, Japan. Hello, Japan. I just had a meeting with an investor in Linguatrip, and he's going to Japan today. He just left. He went to catch his airplane. And if you guys know cool bloggers in your country who are similar to me, talking about study abroad and English, please, please, please feel free to reach out on Instagram, Lingua Marina, and drop me the handles of these bloggers because we're actively looking for them. Thank you. Yes. And so I'm reading your plans for the summer. I'm going to pursue my study in Hungary. Hi from Russia. Hey, Russia. Plan to learn 1,000 words this summer. This is awesome. Like, this is one of the best plans. When Vietnam, well, I don't know. The problem is I'm so bad with flying long distance. I get awful jet lag. So not sure about that. But also, what is also exciting, next week I'm still in San Francisco. If you know my story, if you don't, I will tell you. Like, when I was 14, I was crazy about learning English, and I was a straight A student at school. And I was trying to be the best. So we had topics in English. I would be the best in class. I would recite poems. I would do everything to speak good English. And I was selected to go to the UK for 2 weeks to study in a language school by my school. And I went there. I was 14. And I stayed with a British homestay. And then this is so funny. Like, as I mentioned, I was a straight A student. I was like, wow, when I come to the UK, I'm going to be like a native speaker. There's nothing left for me to learn. And then I come to the UK and I realize I don't understand people. And the worst thing was that British people didn't make effort to talk to me. They were like, oh, this girl doesn't speak English. And this girl is like telling herself in her head, why? I was a straight A student. How come I don't understand them? And I stayed with a local family, and there were two girls who were my age. One of them is coming to visit me in San Francisco. And this is just one of many reasons why I said study abroad changed me. Like, it just determined my way of life. This is like when I came back from my trip when I was 14, I cried for a day because I was so like, it wasn't like depressed. It was just, I was shocked because when I was in Russia, I thought my world is like St. Petersburg, amazing city, amazing universities. But I thought that my life has to be like everybody else's life. Like, you have to do economics, then you go and work for a big company, and then that's it. You start a family, and then basically your life is finished. And when I went to the UK and met all of those people, I'm like, hello? The world is so big and there are so many opportunities. Like, I don't have to study economics. I don't have to start a family at 21. I don't have to work just to pay my mortgage. In fact, I can do anything I want. And this was a revelation for me. And this is why I cried when I came back. I was like, and now I'm back in the box. Like, I don't want that. So when I came back, everything inside me changed completely. I realized my goal is to become an international person, is to travel, is to study abroad. And I'm going to do everything that I can to accomplish that goal. And as you know, it was very expensive it is expensive to travel to the UK just to learn English. And it's expensive to study in Germany. Like, everything was expensive, but I was doing my best to save money and travel. And when I was 15, I went back to the UK. The thing is, I made friends with my homestay, so they were able to accommodate me for free, which was a great thing. And this is why I'm so thankful to Catherine, who is coming next week. I hope I'll do a couple of videos with her. She doesn't really, I don't know if she likes it. She's okay with my YouTube, but she's a completely different world person. She studied to be a doctor, an animal doctor. I'm so sorry. She studied to be an animal doctor. It's not cold. It's just the morning. This is something that happens in my with my voice in the mornings. It just doesn't like the live streams in the mornings. Like, Marina, let's go back to bed. But yeah, I've been awake for 3 hours. I don't know. It's always like that. So she's coming next week, so hopefully I'll interview her. But she was one of the motivators for me to also learn the accent, because when I came to the UK, I was speaking like, hello, my name is Marina. I just came from Russia. So all of my, that was all Russian. And I realized that people they won't be relaxed when they talk to me. They would be really like making effort to understand. And I realized if I want to be successful abroad, if I want to start a business here, or maybe if I want to, I don't know, just live here, I have to be local. And this is why when I came to the States, I continued working on my accent, though I had a British accent. So accent is something you cannot, well, you probably can. And my friend Vania has done that. But for me, I couldn't learn the accent just by staying at home. Hey, I see a lot of people saying hi. Yeah, India, Korea. Hello, everyone. Brazil, hello. Hola. Um, yeah, so when I again when I came back when I was 14, 15, every time I came back from the UK, I tried to preserve the British accent. And I would sit in the like, imagine, this is the funniest thing that happened to me. I was sitting in a class full of Russians, English language lesson, and everybody would talk like Russians, like, hello, let's discuss a topic that London is the capital of Great Britain. And then there was Marina, who just came from the UK and who tried to preserve the accent. And I was trying to put on the British accent and speak like that. And that was so funny, like, because everyone would stare at me. They would be like, Marina, why are you pretending that you are British? Stop pretending, start acting like Russian. And I know this is a huge problem. I know this is a huge problem for anyone who learns a language being at home. You cannot preserve the accent when you sit in a class full of people who speak your language, because everybody speaks with an accent and you don't want to seem weird. And that's the only thing. Well, this is one of the things that you can avoid when you're abroad, because everybody comes from a different country. Everybody has, everybody has a different accent. And you also have a native speaker with you who is, who has a British or American accent. So you have somebody to look at and to compare yourself with. And let me introduce. Yeah, there's this problem in Japan. I totally understand because I've been through it. Native English country makes a difference. Yes. And one of the destinations where you can learn English, I think it's the cheapest destination compared to like UK, United States. The destination is called Malta. I know many Europeans know this is like a small island south of Italy, and people speak English there. The thing is, when I came there to learn English, I think I was like 21. And I came from Russia again, and it was so sunny. And I was like, wow, this is a dream place to learn English, because you also have the sea, the Mediterranean Sea. And people speak English, and teachers are from everywhere, like UK, Australia, United States, and you connect with a lot of people. So for many people, it's a problem to get a British visa, and Malta is like one of the destinations where it's super easy. If you're European, like, you don't need a visa. For some countries, you also don't need a visa. If you do, it's like a super easy visa. Yeah, and I wanted to talk a little about Malta today, because the school, as I mentioned, they gave me 3 weeks. And the link is below the video, the link to school. Let me just show you. By the way, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them in the chat. I'm going to show you the school, and then I'm going to answer some of your questions. Yeah, Mediterranean Sea, that's true. Let me show you how that works. So I'm just trying to navigate my live stream. Let me show you my screen. If you see it, yeah, you do. Okay, so the school is called ACE. It's one of our partners. We have a lot of students who travel there. So here we go. What they gave me. It's all here. This is our live stream, by the way. This is how fast the chat is. When you're telling me I missed your question, this is why, because it's just going crazy and you see yourself here as well. So if you book 2 weeks, they gave you 1 week for free. They're going to give you 1 week for free. So basically, if you book 2 weeks, then you get an extra one for free. You can just do it like this. So for example, you want to travel there in, let's say, June 25th, 3 weeks. The price is $1,767. That includes course, accommodation, all of the fees. The only thing you have to pay for separately is the flight and visa. But as I said, 1 week is for free. So you will deduct 1/3 of that. So you will deduct $220 from the total price. So when you book, you press continue to booking. We just need your name, email, and phone number, and then you pay a small deposit, which is $117. And this is your place, like you booked it, and then we're gonna text you and tell you that we're giving you a discount. But this is only valid if you book during the live stream, and we're giving that to the first 3 people, because that was the deal from school. So the link is below. If you were planning to go to Malta, click the link below and book your trip. We're really flexible. You can cancel for free 3 days after you book, and you're able to change the dates of your trip. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing so you can see me back. Yeah, so I would highly recommend Malta. As I said, when I came there, I was amazed by the ocean. Sorry, the sea. I was amazed by the weather. And as I said, people speak English there. So this is like one of the perfect places to go this summer if you want to combine seaside and studying. Okay, let me take some of your questions. And yeah, the link is below. If you book during the live stream, I will just announce that you booked, and I will deduct the weeks from your booking, so you will get your discount. What careers can lead to an international life? Andrew, that's a great question. This is something I have written a post about, and I'm going to post it tonight on my Instagram. Instagram is Lingua Marina. If you're not following me yet, please follow. It's Lingua Marina if you see it. So actually, any profession can lead to an international life. I had a concept. I was always thinking that in order to be international, you have to be in a big corporation. So, and the corporation is international and you're a manager there, so you are international. That's not true. Because I started my own company, and I am basically what I'm doing, I'm talking to people about study abroad and learning languages. I've never thought that could lead to an international life because I thought it's a small business, and you won't be able to travel. But basically, because I started to learn the process of moving, I moved myself, etc. Let me just... yeah. And so then what is also beautiful about current time, like where we live, when we live, is that you can be a professional online. I know some doctors who only consult online through their Instagram, and their consultation costs maybe like $300, and they have 3 or 4 consultations per day, which means that they can work from anywhere. What they need is good internet and an office. So basically they can live wherever they want. And this is true for any profession. I would say, if you are a professional, if you are able to work from home, you can do anything. Just think of whatever you love. And I will post the post about that today. Thank you so much for asking this question. Okay. What is the name of that island? The name of the island is Malta, and it's one of the coolest destinations to learn English, especially if you in that part of the world. But I think even if you're from Brazil, it's a longer flight. But for Brazil, I know a lot of people come to the States. But if you're from Europe, Japan, Korea, that's that part of the earth. What about freelancers? Yeah, as I said, you can be a freelancer in anything. You can run a company as a freelancer. So do you focus more on the process or the result? I like both. I like the process. I enjoy it a lot, but I also think that it's important to have the result from time to time to celebrate. I love to celebrate when I hit a certain number of subscribers on my channel, hey, 500K. This is the day when I sit down and kind of celebrate with people who surround me and just, thank everyone for following me. But also, yeah, the process is really important. You have to enjoy it. Can you spell the name of that island? Malta. There is a link below. You can check the link below the video. It's AC Malta, the school that gave us free weeks. And you can click it and just see how it's spelled. Where is my book? Oh, my book is linguatrip.com/book. I think it's on the main page of the website. If you go to LinguaTrip, the main page, you can see my book. Wow, you're super glowing. Thank you. How have you had any difficulties? in understanding idioms and expressions in English in your early days in USA? Yes. Especially when something random comes up in a conversation, like, oh, it was a butt dial, I'm sorry, and I'm like, sorry, what do you mean butt dial? And yes, I think it happens every 2 weeks when I ask people to explain what they mean. It happens more real, it not that often right now, but when I came to the States, all the time they used all of the idioms that I teach you now, because I also learn in the process of recording a video. That's really important. I have been accepted to University of Florida for fall 2018, but no scholarship. Um, what should I do? You can contact the financial aid office. What universities normally do when they accept you, they would give you the idea of they're giving you a scholarship or not. So University of Florida, when I was accepted there, my acceptance letter stated the financial aid, and I know there is not a lot of room for negotiation with the university. If they thought that they're not giving you financial aid, maybe they could give you like a smaller scholarship, but I don't think you will be able to get full financial aid. So you would need to start the program and pay for it, and maybe in the process of studying you can ask for a scholarship, but I don't think that a lot can be done now. I'm sorry. Good night. Where are you from? I'm from Russia originally, but I live in the United States. Okay. Can you accept my Facebook request? Guys, I just started a fan page on Facebook. You don't have to be friends with me to follow it. Just type in Marina Magilko and just follow. I'm going to post a lot there. For my Facebook, I ran out of friend requests. I can no longer accept friends. I'm sorry. It's just the way Facebook works. So the best way is to just follow my fan page. Is, in your opinion, is it better to go to study abroad in England or in America, high school? It depends on where you want to end up. Like if you want to end up in an American university, then it's better to go to an American school. If you want to end up in an English university, British, then it's better to go to the UK. I'm in your channel from the first 80,000, and now you have 500,000. Congratulations. Thank you. I know, that's crazy, right? Ever been to Japan? No, unfortunately not. Where are you from? I am from Russia. Will you offer this year a specific course in Silicon Valley region? We have a lot of schools in Silicon Valley. We have a lot of schools in San Francisco. What I always advise our students to do is to come to San Francisco, for example, take a language course in the morning, and then, arrange some meetups. I'm thinking of the way to put it. Arrange some meetups in the evening. So for example, if you come to Silicon Valley for 2 weeks, before you travel, I would go to meetup.com and book some meetings, or maybe like book some events. And then if you are like fundraising for your startup, which I did, I would go to AngelList or LinkedIn and try to reach out to as many people as I can and say, hey, next week I'm in San Francisco. I have this startup. Can I meet with you? Another thing, if you want to enroll in a university that is here, you can always do admission events, and you can always reach out to the admissions committee and say, hey, I'm coming to San Francisco, like reach out to Stanford and, hey, I'm coming to San Francisco. Can I meet with you when I'm there? So Stanford, you can go there for free anytime. You just go there and you can attend some lectures, maybe. I don't know if it's legal, but the classes are open. You just go in and you enjoy yourself. So Berkeley is here, University of San Francisco. You can travel to LA. So just plan everything. And I would say, yeah, take a language course in the morning, and then in the afternoon, you can do whatever you want. Which accent is better, British or American? They're both great. Americans love British accent, but the problem is with the British accent here is that people sometimes don't get what you're saying. They're like, what? Is grammar important to speak English? we had this video with Vania, with my friend. So there are 2 points of view. I think that the most important thing for you to do is to start speaking as soon as possible. So even if you're pre-intermediate, I would go to an English-speaking country and start speaking. You don't have to tell yourself, unless I learn all of the 12 tenses in English, only then I will start speaking English. No, that's not the way it works. The way it works is that you start speaking as soon as you can by going to a language school, for example, connecting with people who are also studying English there, and connecting with your teachers who are going to be native speakers. That's one option. What Vania says is that you have to learn all of the tenses. And yes, ideally, you have to come to that level when you know everything, because that's the only way for you to sound like a native speaker, because everybody in America knows the 12 tenses. They maybe not, like native speakers don't think, oh, I'm using present perfect continuous now. They don't do that. What they do, they just use it. And you have to understand what they mean. So this is your task. But to start speaking, just learn present, past, and future, then you're good. What's the drink called? That's coffee with cashew milk. I started, if you're subscribed to my Silicon Valley Girl channel, I just started kind of diet where I avoid gluten and dairy. Just doing the cleansing for 3 weeks, and it's okay. Like cashew milk is perfect. I hope that there are some alternatives in Russia when I'm there. But yeah, for 2 weeks I'm detoxing. I don't have anyone who speaks English, so I speak to myself. That's what I've done. Oh my God, when I was back in Russia, I would talk to myself. I would imagine that somebody's here in the room with me and I would talk to them. That's normal. This is what we do, guys. This is what we do when we cannot practice with somebody else. How hard it is to get 61 points on TOEFL? It's not hard. It's not the highest score. 61 reflects that you are intermediate. So if you're intermediate and you spend some time preparing, it should be good. What's the secret to getting American accent? Guys, the secret is easy. You come here, you stay with a local family, you go to a language school. That's the only way. For the majority of people, that's the only way. Because you listen to people, you mimic them. It's like singing. You hear somebody and you try to mimic. And the thing is, you won't sound funny here because you're mimicking the right accent. You will sound funny if you're at home in your school, language school, with all of the people who speak your language, with a teacher who speaks your language, and everybody has the wrong accent. Then you will sound funny if you try to pretend that you have an American accent. Here, you won't. Here, everybody would be like, oh, now it's easier for me to understand you. Once you started putting on the American accent, I understand you now. That's your goal. 100 on TOEFL IBT is good. Yes, that will get you into Harvard. How many accents can you do? I thought I could do a British accent as well, but how do you consult? I'm applying to UCLA. I do consultations. There is a waiting line because I only do them on Fridays. And this Friday is fully booked. The next Friday, let me see. There are places next Friday. It's linguatrip.com/consult. linguatrip.com/consult. But they are pretty expensive because I have to run channels, I have to run a company, so my time is really limited, but we have 40 minutes with you when we talk about your situation. Do you use dairy butter? No, I use coconut butter. I like when you drink. Thank you. Is there any university in San Francisco where master's in pharmacy is available? University of San Francisco is one of the best in medicine, like in pharmacy and medical stuff. UCSF. I know this. University of California, San Francisco. Sorry, the right name is UCSF. They're really good in medical stuff. And my doctor is from that university, so I know his network is really good. I've been learning English for 2 years, but I think I did not make progress. What is your advice for me, please? Nasser, I think your name is. First, you've made a progress. This is only what you think. You've been studying for 2 years. Everything is in your brain. This is something you have to understand, guys. You've made a progress, 100%. The problem is it's all in your brain and you don't have the situation where you use the knowledge. But I guarantee you, if you went abroad 2 years ago, spoke, and you would go abroad like now, there's going to be a huge difference. The thing is, our brain consumes a lot of information and stores a lot of information. So all of the grammar that you've learned, all of the vocabulary, you have it. Now what you need is a stressful situation where you would panic, where you would be like, oh my God, the only language I can use now is English. And this is what happens when you study abroad. So you come abroad, like the most stressful situation when I came abroad was the border between, when you come to Great Britain, you come to this strict guy who looks at you and asks you, why did you come to the UK? And you have to explain in English. There is no other option. They don't speak any other languages. They don't understand Russian, which is my native language. And this is when your brain starts working 3x. It's putting 3x effort to extracting the knowledge that you have. And this is when you realize, oh my God, I remembered this word, and you start using it. This is why I studied abroad. And I will keep telling you guys the same thing. That's the only way. Because there are sciences like mathematics, physics. You can sit at home, you can do experiments. You don't have to kind of practice physics. You don't have to connect with other people. You can be on your own. Maths is the same. But language is not for your experiments. Language is not for research. Language is for life. You have to live in English. You have to connect with people in English. You have to, you just have to transform your life and live in English language. Surround yourself with British American things. Because this is not science. You don't learn English to pass tests. You learn English to live in English. And that's the goal. Start living in English as soon as you can. And the link is below. If you want to save on your trip, to get some free weeks, the link is below. If you book, if you book 3 weeks, we waive the tuition fee for a week. But we'll only do it for 3 people, so what is your dream? Hey, say hi to Vlad. Hey, Vlad just graduated from Harvard MBA.
That's something for you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. It's my favorite smoothie. Yeah, Vlad just graduated from Harvard MBA. He now lives with us, which means that you're gonna see him during the live streams. But he doesn't like to talk. He's gonna yeah, people like, what? Who is he? He's a friend. Vlad, people say hi. No, as I said, he doesn't like to talk. Okay. Yeah, Paraguay is Spanish language. Perfect. Then we have a Spanish version of the website. How did you learn to write a good essay with formal words? Great question. How did I learn? I think it's through practice. I think I've been corrected so many times when I wrote an essay. The thing is, the concept of essay was new for me before I applied to the United States, because where I come from, we don't do it. And what I had to do is I had to just Google how to write a perfect essay. And the tool that can help you, that can check your essay is Fluent.Express. This is something we developed in LinguaTrip, because I had this problem when I wrote an essay. I had to find a native speaker who would check it, because if I tried to talk to people who were like MBA consultants, but they would charge me like $500 to check my essay, and that wasn't an option. And I know you guys are on the budget, and everybody who's applying, they want to use money wisely. So we developed a tool where you can just upload a text, and then a native speaker checks it in the real time. It's called Fluent.express, and you have some free symbols there, so you can like upload a part of your text and see how it works. But basically, it's not just correcting your grammar mistakes; it's also correcting the way you phrase your sentences. And that is my problem. Sometimes I think in Russian, and I just translate everything from my language into English, and sometimes that doesn't make sense. So that's a very important thing that Fluent Express does. It just paraphrases whatever you wanted to say. How did he get into Harvard? We had a live stream with him. If you type in Harvard MBA Lingua Marina, you will find a video with him. I made a video with him last summer because a funny thing, you know how I met him? He was my neighbor in the previous building. Does it become messy in head when you're multilingual? Not at all. This is something you learn as well. When you come to an English-speaking country, for example, I have like family and I talk and I speak Russian to them. It's okay. You learn to switch. And this is like the last skill you have to learn, switching between languages really quickly. I bought the book you suggested in one of your videos, Mastering the American Accent, and I have to say that it's really helpful. Of course, I only suggest good things. Because I check everything myself. That's the thing. Because I understand the problem. And I think, yeah, when you go through the problem, that's like the best. Where's Vlad from? Vlad is from Moscow. Dairy butter under prohibition too. I can eat ghee butter. I know Indian people would understand. Ghee butter is something that is allowed in this diet. You inspire me a lot. My name is Ria. Thank you so much, Ria. Tell me, imaginary friend that really works. That works. Another thing that works, if you watch a TV show or like a series or a movie, you also imagine somebody from that movie is actually here and you talk to him, or like a celebrity is here. That's weird. Like I would talk to Britney Spears. Yeah, that's weird. My mom said that is a psychological disorder, and I told her this is the way I practice English. Was geht ab? Hallo, lieber Gruber. Ich erinnere mich an dir. An dich. Oh, shit. This summer, I'm going to Germany because I need to refresh my German. So I make stupid mistakes. Are you C1 or C2 proficiency? Hopefully I'm C2. I think, well, the problem is I took a test last time. Last summer, I was in the UK in one of our partner schools, UIC, and I took a test and I was C1. I made a couple of mistakes, but it doesn't prevent me from using English every day in my life and using it in business. I appreciate everything you said. You're amazing, Marina. Thank you so much. Namaste. Can someone learn a language without living in that country? Yes, of course you can, and you have to before you travel. But you have to travel eventually, because you cannot just learn a language just to learn it. There is no sense in that. It's like learning how to run without ever running, or learning how to swim when you are outside the water. Like if I started learning how to swim but would never go to the swimming pool, that's the thing. Same with language. Why would you learn how to swim being in your room? You have to go to a swimming pool. And this is exactly why you have to go to an English-speaking country to practice your language. Can you say something in Russian? Привет, приезжайте в Россию. That was, hey, come to Russia. Can you hold a conference in Moscow? There is a conference in Moscow, September 9th. I'm gonna make an announcement for those who follow me from Russia. Hi from Brazil. Hello, Brazil. Hey. How much do you need to live in the UK? That's a great question. I think we had a really good article on that. Let me show you the screen once again. For those who just joined, we're giving out free weeks to study in Malta, and the link is below. So when you book 3 weeks, we're gonna deduct the cost of 1 week from your tuition fees. But I wanted to talk about the UK as well. So, for example, if we choose the school, the one where I have been, you can tell by the video that is here. So, yeah, Oxford International. Let's see, for 2 weeks, course, accommodation included, and school fees included, it's $889. Yeah, and that's it. And for your life expenses, you would need probably around maybe like £20 a day, which is like maybe $25. That would be the cost. So 2 weeks in the UK, $889. When you book through Linguatrip, you get additional like discounts, and we help you with the whole process. Feel free to ask us questions. How did you meet Venya? I met Venya through YouTube. He commented on one of my videos and he was like, let's meet up when you come to LA. And I was planning my trip to LA. So I went there the next day. We met up and we connected and we became really, really good friends and partners. And we do a lot of stuff together. Hi from Brazil. One of your videos helped me a lot. The video is 50 common phrases in English. Thank you in advance. Thank you. I'm making a new one, by the way. I think not this week, but in a week, it's going to be a new video. What type of jobs can I work after my English studies, for example, in UK or USA? Like, the greatest thing about the language, you can be anything. If you like to blog, be a blogger. If you like, I don't know, programming, become like code. That's the thing. Do a TED Talk. Invite me, please. If you're from TED Talks, please invite me. I'd love to do a talk. This is my present from Vlad. I keep drinking all live stream. Sorry. What career did you picture before this? Oh, Vanessa, that's a great question. I think all of my life, I thought I would love to have a business, but I think I didn't have gut for it before I met my co-founder. So I thought maybe I would work for a big corporation, hopefully somewhere in America, like New York. I imagined this corporate lifestyle when you have like high-rise building and then there's your office, like the Suits kind of stuff. And that I would be wearing a black suit, white shirt, travel around the world, be like this corporate kind of thing, like they show in the movies. I think that was like my dream. Then at some point, I realized I'm very entrepreneurial. And I realized I don't like when somebody controls me. So I thought, yeah, I think I'm going to be an entrepreneur. But I thought that I would start a bakery in Florida, which is really weird. But again, that was like the goal, becoming independent. And then I just thought, what is the strongest thing that I have? What can I teach other people? What do people keep asking me all the time? And through this, I realized this is the language. Because, I've won several competitions and I thought, yeah, maybe this is something I could share. What do you think about Germany? I love Germany. Half a year there studying in Dresden University of Technology. Are you Turkish? No, I'm Russian. Do you want to learn Portuguese? I don't, but we're looking for people who speak Portuguese to work with Linguatrip. Can I come back to Russia from US vacation if I have F1 visa? Yes, you can. From where did you get the idea for Linguatrip? From my own experience. As I said, I realized that the only way to be fluent in English is to travel. And I also realized that agencies have a huge markup on these trips. And there is no like a booking platform where you can select any kind of school and travel to learn the language. And yeah, this is what I've done. I'm like, wow, I have to help other students travel on a budget. And this is how I started Linguatrip. Can you say something in French? Zadig and Voltaire. from my last video. I don't speak. Well, I can also do a lot of like plié, battement tendu, all of the ballet. Oops, I'm sorry. It's Hi from Sweden. I can find you a speech on 500 startups. Please send a link. You can Google LinguaTrip 500 startups. You will definitely find it. If they haven't deleted it, let me check. LinguaTrip 500 startups. Demo day, first video. Yes, you can find it, of course. It's there. Are you interested in politics? No. What language do you want to perform now? Just English, I guess. German would be great. But well, ideally, I would love to speak every language. I would love to speak Korean. I would love to speak Japanese. I would love to speak Portuguese and Spanish, because, to grow my business in those countries. But the problem is I don't have time for that. So I will just rely on people who work with us and rely on their knowledge of these languages. Hi from Thailand. I like you. Thank you so much. Japanese, what? Yes, Japanese. Seiji Matsumoto. Japanese. I would love to work with Japanese people. Are you reading super chats only? No, there wasn't any single super chat during this live stream, and I've been reading all of the questions. Why can't you do a video on important foods in the USA? Good question. By the way, guys, can you recommend me the next topic for the video? Because I will take my camera now. Do you want to see the setup? It's all ready to vlog. That's the setup for today. There will also be a mic on top of the camera, and I'm taking this camera with me. So I have a couple of meetings. If there is a suggestion for a video that you want me to do today, let me know in comments. What do you think about Korean? I love Korea and everything that's connected with Korea. Never been there. Love your cosmetics. Hopefully traveling to Korea in August. How to obtain scholarships? Good idea. Yes. What TV series do you watch? I watch The Suits and Westworld. Oh, The Suits, they finished. Silicon Valley and Westworld. Please talk about regular questions at the airport. How can I learn German in 30 days? Wow, I have no idea because I spent 8 years learning German. But I made, again, my progress happened when I went to school. And on LinguaTrip, we have my school actually. It's BWS German Lingua. If you go to linguatrip.com, German in Germany, BWS German Lingua Berlin is the one I went to. I progressed a lot there because there were people from, like, when I came there, I thought there would be maybe like Russian speakers, maybe somebody from my country, maybe like English speakers. But when I came there were people from Switzerland, just Switzerland. Like my group, 10 people, 9 of them were from Switzerland, and some of them were from Swiss part that speaks Italian, and some of them were from Swiss part that speak French. So the only way for us to communicate, and they didn't speak English, the only way for us to communicate was German. That was the best. And my best friend, then I met another girl who was from Italy, no English as well. So we just talked in German. And this is how you progress. I think if you only have 30 days, 4 weeks in Germany, please take the most intensive course that they have. I think it's 40 hours, but let's check. Well, I always love to check. Let's see. Okay, LinguaTrip. Maybe we would see my photo because I tried uploading photos. This is my school. This is exactly where I studied. But no, this is not my photo. No, I'm sorry. Because back then I wasn't a blogger. It was back in 2010. But this super German school, this is like the yard. And so for 4 weeks, if you go there, you only pay $1,623, and that includes a comment. Oh, here's my review. Here we go. I was surprised it went from A2 and C1 just 2 weeks. That was true. Like, again, something I told you is that you progress really quickly. Here are my photos. Okay, let's see them. Because this is Marina in 2010. Very nice. This was my room. Watching The Simpsons as always. This is me with my friend she was from Bulgaria. And this is my friend from the Netherlands. So yeah, I would highly recommend the school, and I would of course recommend LinguaTrip for booking because you save $400 compared to booking directly with school. So yeah, BWS German Lingua. And let me know if you go there. Hashtag me, LinguaTrip, Lingua Marina, so I can see your photos and be nostalgic. How to get job in Google. That's a great idea for the next video. Are you interested? Let me know in comments below. I'm interviewing a girl from Airbnb on Saturday. Are you interested in her story? Like, are you interested? Let's say it this way. Are you interested in how to get to work in a big corporation in America if you are a foreign citizen? Comment, please. Will you come to London? Yes, June and July. Do you have a plan for upcoming World Cup? I don't, but I will be in St. Petersburg, so we'll experience it. I guess the prices will go up like crazy. But yeah. Hi from Netherlands. Hello, Emily. Do you recommend being an exchange student? I'll be an exchange student this year in the States. Of course, congrats. This is a huge opportunity. If your university does it, like my university did with Germany, oh yeah, I would totally go. You are the best teacher in the universe. Thank you. By the way, if you're teachers in school, you know what happened yesterday? Again, if you follow me on Instagram, let me show you. This is, I don't know if you see it. Okay, this is a university in China, and this is me. So the teacher who teaches English people uses my video, or who teaches English to Chinese students uses my videos. If this happens in your university, I'm really appreciative of what's going on, and I would love to thank the teacher. If you can ask him for the contact, and send me his email, I would just love to reach out and, thank him for using my videos, because this helps me reach out to you guys. That's amazing. That's what I love. I know some schools are using my videos, and this is the greatest thing. Hi from Philippines. Hello. Have you ever watched South Park? Yes, I have. Is it possible to take American homeschooling without American citizenship? I think so. Yeah, because if you pay for it, then definitely yes. I booked a course in Easy School of Languages Malta. Is it good? Yes. It is a good school. And Gurban also says he's gonna book a course in London. Yes, come to London. You'll love your experience. This is a life-changing experience, and you will remember it for your whole life. And I think it's gonna change your perspective on many things. The same thing that happened to me. I wish I had a teacher like that. Thank you. Well, I really want to study abroad, but I don't know where to start and what else it takes to study abroad. Can you give me some tips, directions to begin with? Okay, so first thing, you need to realize what language you're gonna study in, because English is one thing, but maybe you speak German. That's question number one. Question number two, when do you want to start? Because if you want to start with a university, that might take longer time. And if you want to start in 2 weeks, you can always go on a language course. The best way to what I did with Germany, I came there for a language course for 2 weeks to Berlin. And what I did during those 2 weeks, I went to Berlin Technical University, and I talked to a couple of professors, and I started building my network, started asking around, how do I study in your university? Can I come as an exchange student? Can I come for a semester? If you come to San Francisco, for example, as I mentioned, you can go to Stanford, Berkeley, University, UC San Francisco, State University of San Francisco. There are so many places you can go and just talk to people. If it's UK, then you can come to the UK for 2 weeks and just go to all of the university and ask them. But yeah, you can do your language course in the morning. And also, Another great thing, when you go to a language school, they would normally have an academic advisor, and it's available for you for free. So you can come and tell them, hey, I have this budget. I want to do this and I want to do that in like a year. What is my pathway to that? And they would help you. This is also a great way to start your journey. But again, my perspective, like all of my study abroad things happened when I first came to country. Like I went to the UK, I realized I want to study abroad. I came to Germany, I realized this is the cheapest way I can study abroad. I came to Canada and I realized there are scholarships to study in Canada and the States. And this is where I ended up. When you are there, when you meet people, like when I came to Canada, I met 20 students who wanted to stay in Canada after their studies, and they have the same problems and you discuss the same things, and this is the best. You rock. Thank you. Now I want to go to San Francisco to meet you. Oh, cool. Please. By the way, what we were doing today, we were looking at people who are from Japan who booked a trip because some of my friends are gonna meet with those guys in Japan. But if you come to San Francisco, I would love to talk with you about your experience on booking the trip through Lingotrip, because this is, as I said, we're like getting into that market as well. All right. Let me see. I'm taking a couple of questions. Are you practicing a sport currently? Yesterday, I was swimming in the swimming pool. That's the sport. But when I'm in Russia, I'm definitely gonna do ballet. Are you living for rent in that skyscraper? Yes. Unfortunately, buying an apartment in San Francisco is way too expensive, but I want to be here, so the only way for me is to rent. This is a nice video. Keep it on your channel. I will. Thank you. What type of visa do I need to move and live in the US as a permanent resident? Well, permanent residency is a green card. But if you're a student, you get an F1 visa first. You do like a language course, then you can transfer to a university. If you do your master's or at least 9 months of a program that is in a particular course, then you get 1 year of OPT, like work permit. And your goal is to find an employer during that work permit so he can sponsor your work visa, and then you progress onto a green card. But that's like a standard way. The best thing to do is to talk to an immigration lawyer who are like professionals in that. Do you know any word in Portuguese? No, unfortunately not. São Paulo, you should be proud. Thank you. Okay, couple more questions. Romania. Okay, guys, just before I finish, I wanted to remind you that we have that offer where we give you 3 weeks to study in Malta. The link is below. If you have any questions, request a call back, and our team will be happy to help you with the visa, like help you with answering your questions. The link is below, and let me know if you have any questions about Malta as well. Tim is robbing the fridge. Yes, he's really loud. I know. It looks like you sip coffee from a jar. Yes, that was like ice cream. I can understand English, but I can speak. Again, this is a problem that we just discussed. This is. I should make a video about it. I love the topic. I love how you phrased it. I will make a video. Let me see once again. I can understand English, but I can speak. This is the video that you should expect this Monday. I'm writing it down. I can understand like English, but I can't speak. I will summarize my thoughts on that, and I will walk around San Francisco today and shoot this video for you, but I can't speak. That's a great one. Thank you so much. Alejandro, thank you so much. That's great. Have you ever been shy? Oh, yes. Basically, I'm shy all the time. It's just, well, not anymore. When I started a channel, I stopped being shy. But as a kid, I was always shy inside. But I learned how to, how to overcome it. Nice drinking sound. All right. Okay, guys, I need to go. I have a couple of interviews and I have a video that I have to do. Thank you so much for joining me for this live stream. The link for 3 weeks is below. I will be happy if you go and practice your English this summer and start speaking it. See you soon. New videos on Monday. Bye.